Everyone knows about seeing things from a bird's eye view. Looking at a situation or at life from way up high so that you can see the bigger picture and so you can see how all the little things in life come together. But what about seeing things from a worm's eye view? How often do we slow down and get into the tiny details of whatever situation we find ourselves in? What can we gain when we get really close to the smallest details of our surroundings, the passing gestures of the people around us, the subtle but real moments of inspiration that exist in the small things? I think a lot about the worm's eye view when I garden. In fact, I first began to consider the phrase when pulling weeds from a vegetable garden bed about 4 years ago. At the time, I was interning at a small farm and preparing for my sophomore year of college. I had entered college as undecided for my major, despite initially planning to study government because politics and law and international relations were subjects I had a pretty good knack for in high school. But as I thought ahead to my path of life, from potentially declaring a major in government to interning with politicians to eventually becoming an elected official myself, I didn't really like what I saw. When looking at my life from that bird's eye point of view, I felt dissatisfied and disconnected. But when I returned my focus to the piles and piles of mugwort I was pulling, I felt more at peace. With each handful of soil, encounter with an insect, and conversation I had with other people about how best to grow different vegetables, my life looked and felt more right. These specific small details of my time interning at this farm gave me more insight into the career and life I wanted to build than any 4-year plan I had thought about up until that point. And so, here I am now, filled with the understanding that 1, I love this beautiful planet that we call home, that I love to garden, and that I dream of becoming a farmer myself one day. And even though the bird's eye view of how and when that dream will come true is kind of unclear, the worm's eye view of my day-to-day life and how everything moves tells me I'm going in the right direction. So maybe you give it a try. If you're feeling stressed about your life's path or how everything will come together, try to pay extra close attention to the small details of your life. How you speak to yourself, what information you pay attention to, the people and places you spend the most time with and around. Perhaps there is something small but important to give more attention to. I appreciate you watching, and until next time, peace.